Hey everybody, welcome back to the K2N Online Paddle School. We are back here on YouTube, and we have another episode of the K2N vlog. Exciting news, we are officially a sponsor for the Chattajack race in Tennessee. I alluded to this in a previous vlog episode, but everything is pretty official now, and there will be some more Chattajack media going out. So with the online school, we will be offering training programs from whenever you sign up, designed to get you down the river on race day. This is also interchangeable if you were trying to maximize your result, you are a savvy racer, trying to get the most on that specific event day. This is the program that is designed to help you. We will try to put out some written media on the blogs, so I will type up and have photos talking about the river navigation, things to expect on race day, and some of the other logistics that go into it. We may talk about nutrition, and for people that do not paddle beyond a certain hour threshold, the importance of these hydrations, electrolytes, nutrition, your calories, your macronutrients, all these things to add up in your benefits. So this should all work out to kind of help you guys that are planning to do the race, maximize your overall results. And we will be doing clinics on the Thursday and the Friday before race day. And on Friday, I'll have a tent set up, so I'll be selling K2N jerseys as well as Viper Vaha paddles. You can come by and say hello if you're in town. So right now, it is an exciting time to be a fan of paddling. The more eclectic you are as a paddler with your interests, there are a lot of cool events going on. The first one I want to shout out is the MR340, 340 miles down the Missouri River one way. You start in Kansas City, you end up somewhere in St. Louis, 340 miles. First place, under 40 hours, John Radford makes his way down the river, and he was very kind enough to not forget his K2N shirt when receiving the Champions Cup. John lives in Kansas City. He's been a staple here at K2N. He comes down all the time. We hang out at Chattajack. We've known each other for years now, and I'm very happy for him in reaching this goal. It's been a goal of his for a number of years now to be first overall. A very harrowing tale, 90 miles to go. He is in the tandem pedaling craft. This thing is a monstrosity to anybody that's never seen it before. You push into a recumbent bicycle type system with chains, and it moves these paddles through the air. It looks like a giant monster. With 90 miles to go, the tandem craft, his partner in the front seat, couldn't continue. So they throw him out of the boat, and it's up to John to paddle this solo craft, 90 miles, and it came down to a handful of minutes for the difference between first and second place. So racing against the clock, racing against the environment, the odds against him, and overcoming that, it's a really cool story. The podcast may have to make a reappearance because we might have to bring him on and interview him and see how interesting that story really is. So that's 340 miles. And on the other side of the coin, on the other side of the planet in Germany, there are paddlers racing 340 meters. It's actually 2,000 meters, 1,000 meters, 500 meters, 200 meters. And the sport I'm talking about is Dragon Boat. The Dragon Boat World Championships are going on. The better half of this year and last year, I have been working diligently with Team USA prospects, paddlers that have made the team and continue to time trial and hone their skills to further make more advanced boats at the World Championships. I am an avid fan of paddling. I look at every single race result. And so I am also interlinked with many of these team boats. Some of these team boats have 50% or more participants that have come here personally to Hernando or that I work with remotely through the K2N Online Paddle School. And so when these boats do well, I feel this sense of fulfillment knowing that I've done my part to try and advance paddling here in the US. When I'm playing both sides of the field, we have a number of Canadian paddlers I work with remotely as well, honing their OC skills, ultimately honing their paddling ability. So if the US loses to Canada in a close final, I lose, but I also win on the other side. So I'm cheering for everybody that's participating at the World Championships right now. Dragon Boat, especially when it comes to stats, is an overwhelming prospect, right? You have 2,000 meters, 1,000 meters, 500 meters, and 200 meters. Then you have the different age categories. Under 16, under 18, under 24, Premier, which is the open category, Senior A, 40 and over, Senior B, 50 and over, Senior C, 60 and over. And then you have the other categories, Para-Dragons, which is like the Paralympic version of Dragon Boat, and BCS, Breast Cancer Survivor. Then you have all of them, and you divide them up into 20-person boats and 10-person boats. And then further beyond that, you have mixed, which is half men, half women, women's boats, and men's boats. So if you look at all events, all of the potential combinations of age categories, boat types, and gender configurations, you have like 1,000 different end results and potential podiums that you're looking at. So I have like a spreadsheet with people's names and where they are and what boat they're in, and I'm trying to do like detective work to figure out, hey, are you in the small boat? Are you in the long boat? Are you doing the 2,000? Are you doing the 1,000? Are you doing the 500? Are you in the 200? So it's been like a full-time job watching the live stream, looking at the race results, and figuring out where we are at currently. As an avid fan of paddling, I enjoy it. I like all the race results. So when Senior C does a 200 meter, I'm just as interested in that as the Premier Men's Standard Boat 2,000 meters, right? Like all of these things are things that interest me because I work directly with a lot of people that are involved in these boats. And then on the other side of things, you have the Gorge Downwind is just starting to ramp up. So I have a whole bunch of friends, a whole bunch of people part of the online school making their way up to Gorge, and they're starting to go up and down the river and doing all this great surfing. I see the videos and I'm just so jealous. The Gorge Downwind event is essentially surfing upriver. So you have the current going one way, and the wind from the Pacific Ocean funnels into this canyon-like gorge, and it funnels these super ocean winds, and you get 30, 40, 50 mile an hour winds. So the wind is going this way, the current is going this way, and that pushes these swells up very steep. And it's really cool because they're all wind-driven waves, so it's just windsurfing in one direction. It's like surfing on a lake or a bay. When you don't have the ocean swell coming to the side, it makes it very easy to see and navigate the swells in front of you. And for video and footage, it's very nice, clean runs that you can look at and identify how awesome they are. Those are 3 distinct disciplines across the board. 340 miles of flat water, sprint racing on flat water, paddling on one side, and then downwind surfing in vessels going up a river, right? Like there are so many different disciplines, the amount of time that they spend doing the event, the specialization that goes into the training, the skill sets that are required for each one. It's a very interesting divide, and all 3 of them are going on around the same amount of time. So with this talking point, right, try to broaden your horizons, try to look over the fence and see what's going on the other side. You never know what will spark an interest in you if you research it enough, right? Paddling is not just one little niche thing that we all do, right? There are so many different outlets and applications that we can use with it to make us more rounded paddlers overall. And the more we connect to the next group around us, the bigger paddling becomes as a whole. There are so many paddlers, but we feel like our little paddling worlds are so small, right? If you can bunch them up all together, right, it becomes a much larger world, and that's better for paddling overall. With the vlog footage, there's not a whole lot going on in Hernando. Every Sunday right now, we are doing clinics here at Lake Hernando. If you live in Florida, this is an excellent time to come over and participate in a clinic. Right now it's for OC1, OC2. I will take out an OC6. I will also do double blade. If there are enough people that want to do a double blade clinic, Sunday is the time to try and schedule that. If you're gonna spend thousands of hours paddling your craft, you might as well get in your car and drive a few hours to learn how to paddle those 1,000 hours with a little bit more purpose. There's not a lot of coaching or clinic opportunities here in Florida, so having one that is readily available every Sunday here at Lake Hernando, this is to help everybody here in Florida increase their skill level and have an outlet to figure out how to get faster. The other footage that we have is going to be practice footage. So we have the OC6s going out, the OC2s came out Saturday. We'll have some footage of myself paddling, going fast for a mile or going slow for a mile. Hopefully you guys all enjoy that. If there's anything you want to see here discussed on the vlog series, feel free to reach out via email anytime. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you all next week for the next vlog episode. All right, everybody, welcome back to Lake Hernando. So here's a little montage. Big shout out to Sarah for filming while she was taking the clinic, and I can make this little cool, fun montage of us doing paddle clinics here in Hernando. So I fly out of state for a lot of clinics. I figure I'd offer something small and easy to access. I provide all the equipment, so if you want to come down to Hernando, make the time, make the effort, I promise you will leave learning something valuable and being a better paddler at the end of it. So I mentioned paddling slow, and this is what I meant. I was paddling 32 strokes a minute. Last week on the vlog, my wife pushed me to 20 feet. I can only manage 17.7 feet by myself. And it is really hard to keep 30 strokes per minute. It just feels so ungodly slow. And so even here, I goof up 32 strokes per minute. But for the most part, going through the motion using my Viper paddle. I'm using a larger Viper paddle. With the training here, we're trying to be fast through the water, use the motion to be very fluid, very slow in the air, let the boat glide. 17.7 feet. I think it's like 6.2 meters. Maybe not. Maybe it's only 6 meters. It's not 6 meters. It's 5 point something meters. My metric to 17.7 feet is not that good. So this is a 1 mile paddle. I'm using a 22.7 or 22.5 centimeter paddle, which is 8.8 inches. This is a small paddle blade by many metrics, right? Going 8 miles an hour, just a hair under 730 is 8 miles an hour. And it's just another showcase that using a small tool, if wielded correctly, using good technique, using your whole body, working on the fundamentals of the stroke, you will get boat speed out of it. You don't need to rely on a gigantic paddle and any ideology that goes into that. It typically makes you slower, right? Using a smaller tool, maximizing your motion, that's where your speed's going to come from, or I wouldn't be going 8 miles an hour. So this is practice on Thursday morning. We took 2 boats out. We had the 2 1s and we had 10 in the the 2 OC6s. Ray is steering. I am in seat 5 of the boat with the camera. My wife is steering on the other side, and we're trying to whip up some more steersmen into shape here. That way we can take out our 3 boats and be relatively competitive. Christina's tough to match. She paddles 90 to 100% forward strokes, especially on flat water. Ray is just learning, but he understands the tactics involved that we're looking for, paddling around 80% and not hitting the turn quite as sharp as I'd like. So you can see me in the back here freaking out like, hey, we got to hit that turn, because I know Christina's coming. Look at that turn, man. She just turned and went from behind us and immediately is right next to us on a very savvy turn. And I knew that was coming, so I'm like, no, we gotta cut that turn, keep her from passing us. And it's a lot of fun seeing everybody progress. It's all a learning opportunity. The better that we can get out here trying to kill each other when we go out into the world and race other people, you know, we're more equipped for that fight. And they end up getting to the final turn here. It's a straightaway. It's a 1.25 mile loop here, so just a little mini race. As we're going through, they've kind of secured the deal. They made the turn first, and there's not enough time for us to pass them with only 100 meters left. And we ran a couple more. I ended up steering, I believe, one of them, and did some more musical chairs. This is on Saturday. All of our 4 fast paddlers decided, hey, we want to go in the OC2 and race. We don't want to go in the OC6 anymore. And I'm like, all right, we'll facilitate it. So both those crews were around 7 miles an hour for our 7.25 mile loop, so just a little over an hour. I'm in a boat with all ladies. The other OC6 that's to our side is everybody else, essentially. And I wanted to take one of our women's race teams and try to put them to the test and see, you know, how fast we would end up going. We end up going about 9 minutes per mile, but they're going closer to 8:40 per mile. And, you know, that 20 seconds per mile adds up big time. So this is a halfway turnaround point, and they're already super, super far ahead of us here. But overall, great practice. You know, the ladies did a great job staying very consistent with their speeds and times. Ultimately, we want to plug in Christina back here steering, and everybody improving means that they'll be able to match the speed and this benchmark that we set with me back here. And it's really exciting for the club as everybody gets better. It gives us a nice goal, and I'm excited for it too. Thank you guys so much for checking out the vlog series. If there's anything you'd like to see discussed, feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks again. See you all next week.